The palette is another docker found at the lower part of the DesignWorks screen. If it is not visible, first make sure that you are in draw mode and not in stitch mode. It is not visible in stitch mode. It can be closed by clicking on the X in the upper right-hand corner. To reopen, go to the View menu, Toolbars, and place a check mark by palette. There are two palettes. One is for threads and one is for brushes. If you only have cut work and crystal work activated, you will only see a threads palette. To have brushes, you must have the paintwork module activated. There are two rows of colors in each palette. The top row of colors shows available colors for each type of palette. The second row shows colors used in the design. These can give you clues as to the type of design. A color chip in the second row of the threads palette indicates some type of stitch in the design, and a color chip in the brushes palette indicates some type of paint in the design. Crystals do not have an effect on the palette. Each color chip is divided into two sections. The upper left represents the outline, and the lower right represents the fill. When I select the text, there will be a fill bucket in the lower right of the green color chip in the brushes palette. This means there is a painted fill of some type. If I go to my fill bucket in Object Properties, I can find the specific type of painted fill. Notice that there is an outline in the turquoise color chip in the upper left corner. So this means there's some kind of stitched outline. Again, if I go to the Outline tab of Object Properties, I can find out what specific type of stitched outline I have in the design. At the beginning of the currently used color row, there is a square marked with an X. This is an empty or no color chip. If I select my outline around the design, you'll notice that a paint bucket appears in the no color chip. This means that the object I selected does not have a fill. The same holds true if I select part of the design that has a fill and no outline, and then there will be an outline appear in the upper left corner. If I edit the color in a design, the color chips will change in the Colors Used palette. You can use the palette to assign different colors to a design and to select by color. These options will be covered in the editing section.